metal.de Schatzis. Today I have the pleasure of introducing you, or maybe reintroducing you, to the lovelies of Chiefland. I got Achim and Christopher. They've released an EP about a year ago. It's called Sentiment Valley.
That's right.
It gets dark, it gives you hugs, it brings you down, it lifts you up. Everything together. You got a few more dates around Germany. Cologne tonight. We got, I believe, Hanover tomorrow. Right. And then Frankfurt on the 18th of December. Mm-hmm. How are you guys doing? Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. We're doing fine. Glad to be here, play Cologne and play these shows at the end of the year. It's very special. Christopher just bought a little Christmas tree for our van today. And it's really good.
Yeah,
it gets cozy. It gets cozy.
Yeah.
And the tour is called 10 Times Around the Sun Anniversary, which is celebrating 10 years of the band. I believe you were not there when things started, so you're celebrating about 5 years around the sun.
Yeah, but I'm trying to celebrate on behalf of all the former members, and I think the lineup has changed a lot over the years. But still, we have to appreciate and celebrate all the past members, right? So we thought, it's a cool thing to celebrate and to have fun at. So.
And what's the most important lesson that you've learned from 10 years in music, 10 years with the band, 5 years with the band?
Yeah.
What is the most memorable thing that you did not expect when you started writing music?
Change is inevitable when it comes to my members, or when it comes to changing the style, or even adapting to
circumstances, right?
Circumstances.
Industry is changing as well. Yeah. Just at the second it's changing. We are realizing it. We're feeling it right now. So you have to adapt.
Yeah.
And what's the most positive memory that you already have together?
The most positive memory, I mean, touring is like loads of memories come together, so it's always fun.
I think spending time together and with your friends, right? It's not that we're just making music together, but to me, these guys are the bestest of my friends. So I think this is the most important and positive thing about this whole thing.
I'm glad you have a mix and you're welcoming change, because obviously, if fans have been following you for a long time, then the style also changed a little bit. I think you got a bit more melodic, a bit darker, I think, maybe, if you can say that. Obviously, singer, vocalist change. So from all those changes and members changing, is it also affecting the playlist tonight? Are you celebrating both albums, the 3 EPs, or focusing on the future? What can we talk about? What can you share for people that might even catch you tomorrow or in Frankfurt, or looking forward to the future?
We are playing, we're not playing much of the old stuff. We have one song called Indian Summer, which we adapted to clean vocals and which we like to throw in from time to time. But other than that, the playlist, the set list will be like most Sentiment Valley, the whole EP. We're playing songs off our album Quiet Confidence, and of course the singles that were released this year, the most recent songs. So it's when we rehearsed the songs, we figured that this is a cool mix. So what's important to us is does this sound boring, or are there any parts which are like a stretch or could be draining to the listener? But with this set list, we thought, well, this feels like cohesive. This is like a cool piece we can present. So we're very happy with it.
Yeah, totally.
And how is fans' reaction? Either enjoying the new stuff, maybe even missing some of the old stuff. I think you can even say that one of the new singles has some kind of dark screaming on it as well. So going back to the roots. So how is that affecting the future? Can we talk about that? As you said, we already have 3 singles out there. You also released a collaboration for Blind Date, which is a mixture of bands collaborating together. It's also very interesting. So can we talk about the past, the future, present? What can you tell us about 2026 and releases?
Surely. So with this year, we thought, let's just throw out some singles. Let's just do what's fun to us, experiment around, because this is what we initially had to do with me joining as well, right? But I thought, let's branch out a little more into the more rougher stuff, right? So I think we're now moving into a more industrial direction, I guess. So if you could compare the new stuff more to Boston Manor, I guess, than to more pop-punkish stuff that we had years earlier. And I think that's a cool direction to take because it opens up so much space, so many possibilities that you can take. And I think that's what's in store for our listeners in the future because we're going to experiment much more.
Yeah, I think the consensus is after this tour, we're going to go back to the drawing board, try some things out, write songs, and of course, like there's some sort of bigger release on the horizon. So I think we're aiming for an album. So that would be like a logical step. But it takes time, you know. We're doing this like besides our normal regular day jobs and families. But we just want to take it slow, be creative, because some of that gets lost in the whole process of preparing and promoting a tour. So I think it will be a welcoming change to us, and it will be also good on the creative side and output-wise as far as releases go.
Well, I'm already excited, and I cannot wait to finally see you on stage. Been following the sounds for a while, and I never know what to expect, whether it's going to be darker, more like hugs, or even heavier, or more on the pop-punky side. So I'm really excited for that. And as you said, more surprises are coming in 2026. But if we're talking about the themes, it feels like it always touches on toxic relationships, on one-sided love, on darkness. And I want to know, what made you write songs about my love life?
I think we're sharing our love lives. So I have the honor of writing most of the lyrics. It's part personal experience, in part daydreaming, thinking about stuff, how things could have went and how they did. And I think it's just reworking and working around what happened to me in my past love life and things that I fear, right, might happen. So, yeah. It's personal. That's all it is. It's personal stuff. There's never been a point where I had to imagine something that has no connection to myself or to us, right? So yeah, personal stuff.
You guys feel more creative or less creative when you're happy?
Ooh, very good question. Actually, I feel more creative when I'm happy, but I struggle more with talking about things when I'm happy. Happy people write shittier songs. This is what a friend of mine told me that once before, and I think that's very, very true.
Yeah, you certainly have to get in the mood, or have to be in the mood to write a good song. Yeah.
So when you hit that darkness, do you listen to music, or do you bring that pen or grab an instrument and start riffing? So where do you feel like, okay, this negativity can actually be productive?
Ooh, again, a very good question. So the way that we work is that the rest of the band create ideas for instrumentals most of the time, right? So there's sometimes it's a little bit different than where I bring a riff via the acoustic guitar, because that's all I can play, and very badly at that. But if they send me an idea that catches on to me, I take it along when taking the dog out, when doing groceries and stuff, and I'm like, okay, I've got an idea. There's something I want to talk about. I got a catchy hook, some catchphrase or cool words that I found that fit specifically onto the lines that they wrote for me. This is when it all gets rolling, and then we send over the ideas. So they send me a file, I put my vocals on there, send it back, give some ideas. They say, oh, that's cool, maybe you can add this and that, change this and that, and then it happens very, very fast.
Yeah, I love that. I'm sorry.
It's not like songwriting in the classic classic sense, where like meeting up in a rehearsal space and writing together. It's remote. We do it remotely. And it works pretty well.
You all four live in different cities? Not anymore? Have you moved in together?
Justus, who's sitting right behind the camera, he's from Hamburg, and I just moved there. So technically, we're a band from Hamburg now.
Yeah. Half of it, at least, yeah. So, but we identify with Hamburg. Yeah, we used to be different in the past, but right now.
Yeah, but coming back to it, we have to work remotely. That's
remotely, sure. Yeah.
It works so far, and as I said, I'm really excited for the future. But let's talk about what's already out there. I went back and I've enjoyed Blame, that touches on being a scapegoat. Do you guys feel like it's easier to stand up for yourself, set boundaries? Have you learned from that process, from discussing that topic within the band?
I don't know. We haven't really
I actually
discussed-
do think that it's way easier if you communicate issues that you're facing, be it from the outside or your own issues. Communication is key in every aspect of life.
And also touching on Cannibal, that again touches on toxic relationships. So I took it to the empathy side, whether it's an interpersonal connection or the world. And I think it was kind of written around Corona as well. Do you feel like the world, traveling either as individuals or as a band, do you see more empathy in the world right now?
Hard to tell. Is there like true empathy, or I'm not really sure if there is, or is some of that like just like fake, especially on social media. And if empathy is just made up of sharing a post on a certain topic, and thus expressing empathy, and you just completely refrain after that from all other measures of expressing empathy, then I think it's not sufficient. Maybe we need more like true heartfelt empathy in like face-to-face direct connections without like the whole width of social media. I don't know.
So do you feel like social media is part of the problem?
Oh yeah, okay, totally. Fuck social media, dude. I mean, this is probably gonna be on social media, but I personally hate social media. Like doing all this shitty TikTok-esque content just to get a chance of being in someone's algorithm is fucked up. So many people that do great music refrain themselves from doing this kind of stuff, and actually I try to refrain myself as much, and I say no, I don't want to do that, but they say, hey, come on, this is the only chance that we have, so I do unwillingly, and it feels shit. It feels shit to have to having to focus more on these numbers and artificial shit, and not on the music itself, because this is actually why we're sitting here, right? And why we're being here tonight. It's not because of some social media algorithm. That's not the reason. And that actually sucks.
But I think we can all agree that as much as we don't like it, it's affecting our lives in so many ways.
Right.
So it's this weird love-hate relationship that we don't know the way out yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
love-hate relationship is a good term. I mean, you have to be, as a band, you have to be part of it. In some shape or form.
I've heard of so many labels that ask bands how many followers they have before they even listen to the music.
From back in the day, I think when I started making music, it was around the time that Facebook got out, and you always measured and compared yourselves to other bands on their, what's it called, Facebook followers?
Yeah,
Which is
page likes or
still
something.
artificial as fuck, but I think it meant more back in the day, because nowadays you can have an Instagram account or a TikTok account for a band which got big due to their content, but looking at their music side, might be a different story.
So it could be that you have loads of followers and you get a lot of love on Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, but not a lot of people show up to your concerts.
Sure,
So
right.
again, this weird relationship.
Right.
I'm going to try and cheer you up a little bit and talk about the future. We said we already have 3 singles out there, also a collaboration. Remind me who's on the collaboration for Blind Date?
We have Himitsu and Watch Me Rise.
Yes, so Josh is on it as well.
We are on tour with right now, yeah.
So you already said that you guys are going to put some time aside, but we can definitely say that an album is the plan.
More or less, yeah.
Can commit, man. Let's commit.
Depends on what you define as an album, right? It might be a longer EP, it might be a shorter album, maybe something in between, maybe both. Let's see.
But you're not going to follow the singles release and then a collaboration of all of them, 12 singles into an album or something like that?
No, not with the singles we put out this year.
No, they're standalone. It's just as I said in the earlier that now it's an experimenting phase, and we're going to continue that. But there's still like a red line that we try to follow, right?
Yeah.
Let's let Chiefland stay Chiefland, and let's see what the future brings. We're very much excited for it.
as we said, there's so much broken love in your lyrics. You guys still see yourselves as romantics?
Oh yeah.
Sure. This is just like one side which we try to deal with in our music, but I don't know. I can tell. It's like once you put that, to me, I really can't relate. I can relate to the lyrics, but I haven't gone through the experiences. Like, for example, Christopher made. In some sort, it's like relatable, but of course, I personally didn't have these experiences, so I can relate to it. But I would say, when you put that into a song, it's sort of, you can put the lid on it and just shut it off and close the chapter, maybe. I don't know.
The question was, are you a romantic or not?
So I think yeah, because I can put this all aside, because I did my part and wrote a song about it, so I can focus on the present and I can be romantic, yeah.
So you complete the song and then you give each other a hug and you say es konnte schlimmer sein, and then you continue and be romantic, make each other a mixtape?
No, actually, if you're asking it in the sense of writing music, we are always so excited when we find that we're at this point in time where an idea catches on and everyone's getting excited about it, right? Because you're sending over version after version after version, everybody has something to add, everyone has feelings on it, and when we finish the song idea, the demo, that's one milestone that we love. I love this feeling, right? Because we're always saying like, oh my God, this is gonna be so fun recording this and it's gonna sound so good. And then when you, a couple of weeks or a month later, when you reach that point in time where in the studio recording it, mwah, chef's kiss. It's the best feeling in the world when you hear a rough demo being recorded and parts add up, right? So we mostly start out with live drum recording, the bass afterwards, and they're super fast, like super fucking fast. They do like 3 songs in one day, and then Achim adds his guitars on top, and at this point in time, you're almost set, right? And when I get the chance at last to put my vocals on that, this is
Cherry on top.
Goosebumps feelings.
Cherry on top, yeah.
Then do you send it to your exes that inspired the lyrics?
So there were certain instances where mentioned certain songs, right? But no, fuck that. Because these songs are not for exes, these songs are for me, right? Or for everyone who feels the same.
Well, I'm going to try and take us to a different direction because I feel like AI is affecting the music industry so much. But I'm going to try and ask you about something else because something new that came up is AI partners. And again, with you touching on dark relationships or not being so romantic at times, and now between therapists that are AI, but also partners that are AI, do you feel like that's part of the problem or maybe the solution, giving to people or also again distancing? Where are you on that AI that we love, hate so much, but is also such a big part of our lives and now affecting relationships as well, that you also criticize in your music?
I think that it cannot be like real relationships, personal relationships cannot really be replaced. AI is helpful, don't get me wrong, in a lot of instances, but genuinely human interactions, I don't think that we're there yet. That AI is able to replace them. So, yeah.
Fuck AI just as much as fuck social media. I think it's very terrifying, actually. I saw a study a couple of weeks back where they said that like a large percentage of AI users actually use it for emotional comfort, right? So they, as you said, like partner replacements or interaction replacement, that is horrible to me. It's horrible because communication is key, and even to me, communication sometimes is hard, right? With people that I haven't met before or in situations that feel awkward to me or are hard to do, like whatever. But knowing that people are struggling so much, certain people struggling so much with communicating with others that they have to resort to using AI for that hurts, and it frightens me actually.
Yeah. On the other side, if it helps them for now,
Oh yeah,
it could be cool, but there should be like a sort of warning or disclaimer. So, well, be careful. So it can stir up some wrong expectations, maybe. So
yeah, maybe you should work on the root of the problem, right? So if people struggle mentally, which I think that's part of the reason why there's so many people using that for this reason. Maybe you should work on that. Maybe you should offer more help to people with mental issues, right? Because we're all facing it in some certain kind of way, some more, some less. Still, I think this is where the issue lies.
I think that one solution to that could be come to a Chiefland show.
Hell yeah.
Enjoy the music, get some hugs in the mosh pit, and sing loudly about our exes. They are no longer in our lives. So again, let's talk about the future. When can we see you on a stage? I think a lot of people want to know that now. I've not seen a lot of news in the future, so what surprises can you share with me already? 2026, concerts, festivals?
we have one festival right here in Cologne called Noise and Needles, which is organized by friends of ours, the lovely fellas from Flowers and You clothing. They're putting on this festival where tattoo art meets music, so there will be like tattooers at the venue on that day, and you can have your appointments with them, and also lots of great bands.
Yes, he's not listening.
Can you look up the date? Maybe you can look up the date.
We'll find that and add that in the description.
Right. It's I think it's next summer. It might be May or June.
May, I think May, and it's at Die Kantine here in Köln. This is one festival, and there may be more to be confirmed.
I think there are more because it's only 3 bands now, but it's Youth Fountain is in there, As December Falls is in there, we are in there, and I think it's going to be great because these people were actually also part of the core team of Krautsalat Festival, which ended I think 2 years ago, and we were at the last instance. Straight from the Path played there, Novelists I think played there, so it was a very good lineup, and the hospitality and everything about us was so good. So when we heard that they're doing another kind of festival, we were so excited because they asked us to play there again. We're like, yes, because now they've grown such good friends of ours. Very, very much excited.
Well, at least we have something to put in our diary already and look forward to. Anything else you want to share with fans out there that want to get more of you guys? Anything we need to know already?
I just want to say, because we touched on AI, and because we booked this tour ourselves and put a lot of work into it, I just want to say that you guys be aware, AI cannot replace your concert show experience, and the real deal takes place at local shows, at smaller shows, DIY venues. Those are the institutions that keep like the music scene subculture alive.
Cheers.
or of Metal.de here, and I'm telling you to listen to these guys, catch them on a stage. I'm going to be doing that in just a few hours, so I'm really excited for that. Guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for your sounds and for the conversation and honesty, and for putting your exes behind you and joining us in the mosh pit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.